Yo, yo. Okay. I'm gonna start off the stream a little differently today. We're gonna record a quick Halo Blades guide, and hopefully this will be good. I can just upload this straight to YouTube without editing. Alright, so before we start, I just want to say I'm probably not gonna edit this video. It's just gonna be raw, uploaded straight to YouTube, and I'm gonna try to do it as fast as possible because of that. But yeah, so this is just the reality of the situation. Like, I don't have time to edit anything that I'm uploading to YouTube, so a lot of the stuff that you're seeing is just unedited and raw. If you want to change that, just the simplest thing you can do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and maybe in the future I'll have somebody help with editing and put out better content. All right, so let's start with just itemization. With Hail Blades Tryndamere, I always go Dorn's Blade, HP pot, and I always do this build. The only thing that really changes is the order of the items after boots. Really after LDR. Sometimes I'll buy IE if I'm snowballing. Sometimes I will buy QSS if I need that in the game. Sometimes I'll buy Serpent's Fang. So this is the build. This is the full build. You just sell boots for Yomus. And then the only situational thing really is Serpent's Fang and sometimes Mortal Reminder. Maybe I want to just tell you, like, build Mortal Reminder as little as you possibly can because Tryndamere is not the greatest at applying healing reduction. So yeah, this is the build. The reason I go PD instead of IE is because a lot of times in Halo games, gold is very important and it's hard to come by. So I like buying cheap items like Phantom Dancer, especially because it helps with split pushing, which Tryndamere loves to do, which can snowball me into IE and later items that are necessary. And Merc Sim is here because it recently got 1080 buff, and I just think it's necessary as Tryndamere, especially in higher elos when you're CC locked so long. And then selling boots for Yomus just makes the most sense. So let's just jump into practice tool game. And I'll go through the runes while I'm doing this. So again, runes don't diverge from what I'm doing. There's a reason I'm taking everything. Hail Blades, obviously the best rune on Tryndamere in my opinion. Sudden impact gives true damage every time you E or leave a bush. Grizzly Mementos. Most of these on this row are just trash anyway, so I just take Grizzly because it has the highest win rate. Treasure Hunter. The reason it's very important to take Treasure Hunter and not Ultimate Hunter, and the reason for this is everything around this gameplay revolves around getting kills. If you're taking Hop, you have to get kills. You have to cheese. The reason that Treasure Hunter comes into play is because it gives you 50 gold on kill. So what happens? You get 300 gold from a kill plus 50. What does that afford you? Longsword. Longswords give Tryndamere AD, makes E do more damage, makes his autos do more damage. You need longswords. Alacrity, Last Stand speak for themselves, and then we're going to go double adaptive, flat HP, because we need as much early power as possible. And I always take Ignite Flash. Always. I just always take it. You can take Ghost, but I don't recommend it. I really recommend Ignite Flash. I've played hundreds of Hail Blades Tryndamere, and that's just what I think is best. So now we're going to load into game, and I'm going to talk about, while we're loading into game, let's talk about why I'm going mid lane instead of top lane. So the reason you're going mid is because the matchups are better. One, why are the matchups better? Because the champions that go mid don't build armor and HP a lot. Like, yes, mages build HP, but they don't really build armor. And if they do, they're sacrificing damage, which is good for you anyway. And the last reason, just being pushing. In mid lane, you push instead of freeze. That's what you want to do. And Tryndamere likes that, especially Hail Blades Tryndamere. Tryndamere does not want to be freezing, especially with Hail Blades. Lethal Tempo Tryndamere, different story. That has some scaling. Hail Blades Tryndamere does not want to be freezing. I don't know why I don't have the MS boost. That was weird, but anyway. So usually what I'll do is I will just come here and just guard this entrance. And your ideal goal, this is assuming solo, Your ideal goal is to, so here obviously I'm wary, like every game's different, right? Every enemy champion, like if they have Nautilus, I'm gonna assume that Nautilus is here getting ready to hook me, so I'll be ready to E if that's happening. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. Your goal here is though to get vision control on this camp. And like that's the whole key with Challenger Tryndamere. You have to, from the beginning of the game, you have to get vision control on enemy jungle. Why is that so important? Because we need to track the enemy jungler. Because we need to be imposing our will in the early game. So the plays I like to ward, if I can get in this, understand this is a very risky bush to just face check, but you're Tryndamere, so you can just E away if something bad happens. But like, let's say I see the enemy here or here in the early game. The more information I have, the more I can like use that information to deduct that it's safe to face check this bush or whatever. Places I like to ward, I really like to ward here because nobody expects this ward. You can also ward here because I can see raptors. But yeah, these are the two ward spots I like on this side. Let's say the jungler is standing right here when I'm coming to ward. I'm not gonna walk into him and lose my HP bar. No, I'm just gonna walk to mid lane, walk on the other side of mid lane, and we're gonna play the vision game on this side of the map because maybe nobody's defending this side. Now, if both sides are defended, whatever, I just stand mid lane, wait for the waves to come. But either way, on this side, I like to ward, you know, here, whatever I can get really. Here is good too. Yeah, just anything that can see both of these camps is great. Just so you can use the information to deduce. All right, how do I restart? Let's see, reset game. All right. Now, the bread and butter invade as Tryndamere. And again, I don't know why I don't have home guards. I think it's just a PvE bug. Anyway, and that kind of sucks because it's not realistic, you know. I guess the game just started. Yeah, I still don't have it. Anyway. Weird. Annoying. But anyway, you're just going to walk through here. And the reason I like this invade is because if you can get your team to agree to it, you know, let's just assume you can safely go to this pixel because you will see if somebody is walking up here. And if you have 5 people, you can just hug the wall here and they won't even see you coming. So if this one lonely top laner, usually you can just either kill him or bully him off. And then once you do that, you're just going to keep walking. Oh, this is the mistake I hate seeing, is like a lot of times people run this way. Let's not do that. Let's go this way because we don't know what's here, you know? And I like to ward, if I'm scared enemy team is collapsing, I like to ward here so that we can see what's happening. And then usually, if I'm walking 5-man with my team, I'll like to check these bushes and just make sure nobody's here as I make my way to this bush. And I drop another ward here. Or not another ward, but you're either going to drop your ward here, or somebody else is going to drop it, you know what I'm saying? So, and then this brings me to my next point. So, dude, where is it? Reset. That's just one thing you can do. But if that doesn't work out, like let's say we've exhausted all of our early game invade options and nothing really happened, it is what it is, then we just stand in lane, wait for